My dear viewers, it's time to go onward with this DVD unboxing. I'm sorry for the very, very, very bad segue slash line. It's the tea. It's the tea's affecting me. Hey everyone, Joe here from Action. Welcome to another DVD unboxing. I'm gonna move the lightsaber closer because I don't know why Disney DVDs tend to be very light and very not great at holding themselves. So I'm gonna do that so I can kind of take a breather with my legs. I hope everyone is doing all right. And yeah, so today we're unboxing Onward, which I completely forgot about this movie. Now, I mean that in a very good way, where Onward happened, I had plans to see the movie in theaters, then everything happened with COVID, and then it was taken out of theaters, and then Disney Plus made the decision of like, hey, we're going to release this movie on Disney Plus because we know that, this movie technically was already in theaters, and a lot of people didn't get to see it because of, the fear of getting the virus in the theater and all that sort. So they gave people a chance. So I'm like, cool. I watched it on Disney Plus, and then I completely forgot about it. Not because the movie was bad or anything, because a lot of things were happening, and I just completely forgot that the movie was going to eventually get a physical release. And again, when I was going to pick up both Birds of Prey and Sonic, I completely forgot about this movie, and it was just there. I'm like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. This was a really good movie. I enjoyed it. I'm going to buy it. And, Disney DVDs rarely go down in price. So I'm like, you know what? It's not the end of the world if I just spent 20 bucks, another 20 bucks. Anyway, so here it is. Here we have the cover, which is a more simplified, more smaller version of the teaser poster we got back in last year when the movie was beginning to be promoted. We have the side profile. Again, very simple Disney Pixar Onward. And the back, which we get the whole cast of characters in the movie. And yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of characters, and every one of them, they made it their own. And I really like this movie. I really like this movie. Or I really like these characters, so to speak. We have the DVD, which is kind of a weird decision because we just have the mom and the pet dragon, which is a metaphor for the pet dog. And the usual like pamphlets for the digital codes and codes for the movie club, stuff like that. The usual inside packaging you get for Disney movies nowadays. Anyway, so again, Onward was a movie I was very much dead set on seeing in theaters. It was going to be my third movie I was going to see this year in theaters. Didn't know who I was going to see it with at the time, but I kind of had a feeling who it would be, but we never planned anything because with everything going on and everything. The reason why I was so into this movie was because, again, being more older, I want to be more open to more experiences in the theater. I want to see more different types of movies. Is that despite I love Pixar, I love a majority of the Pixar movies, I just am very picky and selective when I go to see these movies because, like, if it's not an established franchise I've seen during my youth, I rarely go and see them in theaters. Like even Coco, no matter how great that movie was when I eventually did get to see it on Netflix, I was just not sold on it, going to see it in theaters. But then when Incredibles 2 came out and Toy Story 4, those were exceptions, and I went to go see them because, those were part of my childhood, and I had to see them on the big screen. So when it came to Onward, it was a combination of many things, where I love Tom Holland, I love Chris Pratt, and the director, Dan Skoronen, I think that's how you pronounce the name. I apologize if I'm butchering another name on my channel for probably the 100,000th time. It was just all those people involved in the project where I told this to George, like I believe a couple years ago, but I never followed through on it, but I'm trying to do it right now, is that whenever there's people that I know and that I really, really like attached to these unknown projects, I will try my damn best to go see them. Because, like, at the end of the day, those actors, the director, the writer, their influence in this new project and this new IP might be enough to sell me on the project. It might be enough to get me to go see this and, invest my time in it. And Onward was one of them. And I was very curious to see this story. Because, again, after you're doing two very big sequels to two of some of the biggest franchises Pixar has ever produced, it is a tough act to follow. It really is, because this is a new IP. This is a brand new, hopefully, I don't think it's going to be a franchise, to be honest. I feel like Onward is a story that, one movie's enough. It would be cool to see these characters again in the near future. I just don't think we'll ever get a sequel. The story's just too good to ruin it in a second one, and that's my general opinion. I know some people might correct me if I'm wrong. And again, with the the financial impact that COVID had on movies. This was one of those movies where it just did not make enough money. It just didn't, and it's so unfortunate. And because I really hope that this movie would have caught more fire. Had things have not turned out the way they did. And I'm very grateful that they did put it on Disney Plus to give people the opportunity to still see it, because it wasn't their fault. It's not because people just didn't want to see it. It's because there's a literal pandemic happening. So there was just no, you know what I mean? There was no real, anyway, you know what I mean. I can't find the words for it. But anyway, I really, in terms of the movie itself, I really enjoyed it. I think the cast, I talk about this a lot on my unboxings and my review. The cast has to make the product work. It has to be the cast and also the writing, and I think both were on a very great level, where Tom Holland and Chris Pratt played believable brothers, especially already being part of the MCU. So, and they were both ironically named Peter, so that was another irony to the wrench. Ironically, to say the least, is that when I was, eventually going to come into this movie, I figured out that the mom is played by the girl, the woman who plays Elaine on Seinfeld, which I was ironically watching at the time of the movie. So it was so surreal to kind of like, it's all connected somehow. It's all connected. My life is all connected. And the story was very, it was very unique. It was very, sweet of a movie. Because like, it kind of can be a little predictable when you get to the end of it. But it's like, you know what? It's the journey that matters. It's understanding the characters from how they start in the movie and how they end in the movie. It just works out in the end. It's like, still, this was a really good movie. It really was. I feel like I could watch this again with. I mean, I don't have a brother, so I don't have a real emotional attachment to this movie. But I still felt like this movie definitely put out some emotions. It really did, and I give whole credit to the team at Pixar for this one. The people that were responsible for making this one. And hopefully they get to do more movies like this, more original IPs. Maybe the next movie, Soul, will be similar. I don't really know. I'm going to see Soul when I can, but I don't know when that comes out because of everything going on. But anyway, if you want to get Onward, you can get it on Disney Plus right now with a subscription. Or if you want to just buy Onward separately and also support the franchise, you can buy Onward at Target for about $20. It was $19.99, so probably $22 at the end of the day. A little bit more steeper than usual, but however, this is Disney. They have a certain quality / price point with their movies. Nothing really much you can complain about. And yeah, so again, if you're already going to Target for your essential shopping, you can pick this up. But if you're going just for that, I highly recommend you don't. It's going to be there. There was plenty of copies when I was at my Target, so please go at your discretion and be safe out there. But anyway, that was it. I think that's it. That's all I have to say about Onward. So if you were unaware, guys, this was a DVD unboxing brought to you by Action X. If you want to see more of DVD unboxings from us, please subscribe to Action X. Please like, favorite, share if you want to. It really does help us out, as well as ring the bell for notifications when we have a new unboxing live, as well as follow us on social media. Be up to date with us. And I hope you guys, let me know in the comments. Did you guys like Onward? Did you see it? Are you going to watch Onward? Let me know. I'm always open to the chat. I'm always open to talk. Constructively, nicely, please. No vulgarness. Anyway, that's going to do it for me, guys. I hope everyone's well out there, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe. Peace out.